Yeah. So when it comes to luxury real estate, because I think, most agents, we'd all rather sell multi-million dollar homes compared to the $200,000 home, right?
Right. It's less work and more money.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So, but also, and this, you could correct me if I'm wrong, this might be just an assumption here, but with your marketplace, I mean, you mentioned, a lot of these big names that have second homes there. So I'm guessing that's a big part of it too,
Yeah.
right? Because, winters, I'm guessing it's, everybody wants to be there in the summer and probably, get out of there in the winter. So when it comes to that, like, what are some of the, for our listeners that may be in a similar market or want to get into luxury, what are some tips that you'd have? Like, what have you seen that are some differences compared to luxury to non-luxury and that you need to do to go out there and create that success?
So with the luxury, people think, oh, it's got to be about what magazines you advertise in or, some of the fluff stuff. I find that the luxury, let's talk about the sellers. The luxury sellers want two things. They want you to know the market inside and out. So when they're asking you questions about value and things like that, you have to really bring it to a higher standard when you're answering those questions. And they also want you to know their property inside and out. So you basically really have to get the point across that I'm going to learn your property. I'm going to learn all the things that you went over and above. Because lots of times, when they're picking out their furnace, they get the best furnace. When they're picking out the roof, they get the best roof. So on the expensive stuff, they want to make sure that that is going to get across to the buyers. And we do that through having really nice brochures that have bullet points. And so if you can prove to them that you've got a real good grasp of the marketplace and you're going to have a really good grasp of what they've done in the house, that's what makes them feel good about you as a realtor. Of course, track record helps once you've broken into it. And I have a guy that, it took me a while. I used a lifeguard with his daughter here in town, and she ended up marrying one of my good buddies. So I had this in with this guy that I knew did spec houses, like multi-million-dollar spec houses and things like that. So once I had a really good website, I started emailing my buddy, the listings I knew that it would get to Bruce. So I did that for a while, and after a while, he's like, you know what, this kid's, he knows what he's doing. So then he started corresponding with me directly, and then I would send stuff directly to him. And then he got his friend of his to list a house with me. And since then, that friend I've done 10 houses with him, lots of them on the water and, $1 million stuff. And this guy, Bruce, he became just, he kind of took me under his wing. He said, all right, Adam, I'm going out to play golf or at the private club that's here. And he said, I got two guys that you have to know. So basically, you need an avenue to get into that network too. It's not, you're not going to get luxury by putting your name in the Homes and Land or in the newspaper. I don't know whether it's charity, whether it's Rotary or whatever. You need to make some inroads in there and then prove to those people that you know the market and can really know their house.
Yep. Love it. Yeah. It's what's the saying out there? Your network equals your net worth.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.